Hi Aries, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your October 2018 Love Tarot reading. So we're using the Gypsy Tarot spread, which I really like doing. We're using the Tarot of Dreams deck by Chira Marchetti. Really like that deck, I think it's excellent. Right, we're going to shuffle. Let's have a look at what's coming in for love for Aries. Universe Spirit, show me Aries. Show me Aries and love in the month of October 2018. Show me Aries and love in the month of October 2018. Show me. Alright, so here we go. We're going to split the deck into three as I usually do, like so. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to collect that back up like so. And let's have a look. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. There we go. Okay, let's have a look for you then, my darlings. What's going on around the mental and emotional? What's this about? Nine of Swords shows some worry here. When you get the Nine of Swords, it can either be that somebody's hurt you, they've betrayed you. Usually on the Nine of Swords, on the Rider-Waite, you see the knives going through the back. So that's often like a Ten of Swords as well. So that's where someone's betrayed you. But the Nine of Swords, funnily enough, is coming from her head. Can you see that? Can you see how the Nine of Swords is coming out like a branch from her head here? So, you know, this is a lot of stuff going on in your brain. You've been thinking a lot and you've had a lot of worrying thoughts. There's been a lot of agitation and nervousness. Aries with this Nine of Swords. That's the situation. A lot of this might be going on in your own head though, but I definitely feel that, and this is the kind of paranoia, so you might be dealing with somebody who's paranoid. It might not be you, Aries. You might be dealing with a person who's paranoid with that Nine of Swords energy. Mentally and emotionally, how do you feel about that Nine of Swords, whether it's you or someone else? Mentally, I think that you're in balance. So mentally, it's almost like, because mentally, how do you feel? So how do you feel when you feel the Two of Cups? You feel emotionally balanced around this. So it's almost like you feel that your worries are justified with this energy. I get the impression. And feelings-wise, how do you feel with the Two of Cups? Again, when you feel something, it's emotionally how you feel. Mentally, you're in sync with the Two of Cups. Emotionally, it's your feelings that are in sync with the Two of Cups. So I get the impression, mentally and emotionally, you feel very justified feeling this Nine of Swords energy. And what's the reason for that? Because of the Six of Swords energy. I think you found something out, because the Six of Swords is all about finding out something. It's finding a solution. It's about a mental breakthrough when you get the Six of Swords. I think some of you guys find something out here with this Six of Swords. Okay, I think you discovered, because the Six of Swords is also about a mental discovery or discovering the truth. If you think about the Six of Swords moving forward, it's somebody on a boat, but it's sword energy, it's ideas, it's thoughts. Okay, and when you get the Six of Swords, it's a mental breakthrough, or it's a discovery. I think you discovered something with the Six of Swords. So I would say that you feel your worries, mentally and emotionally, you feel very justified with the Two of Cups energy, because I think you discovered something with this Six of Swords energy showing here. What's going on in the present situation? Well, it's about the Empress. The Empress is all about growth, love, nurturing. It can be another individual, can be another female figure, for example. But the Empress, if we look at the number 3 card, this could be about pregnancy as well, with the Empress being the situation. What are you experiencing around the... But let's just put it as... because not everybody's pregnant. Let's put it as a relationship in which there is nurturing between two people. Okay, in which there is real love between two people with this Empress energy. Two people are working to grow and nurture a relationship. Let's have a look at what you're experiencing around that nurturing energy showing here. Well, there's conflict. 5 of Wands. Okay, it might be that you've got conflicts, a clash going on. I always read the 5 of Wands as a clash card. Some people read it as if you're fighting for something, and you might be fighting for something, but I think that with the 5 of Wands, for me, whenever I look at this card, it shows two people who are clashing over things. I think that there is a clash that you're experiencing, and I think it's not just a clash. I would say actually it's a blockage. Alright, so I think the situation is all about nurturing in a relationship, but this nurturing, what you're experiencing around this nurturing in the present situation, Aries, is a real block going on here with the 5 of Wands energy. And the reason for that blockage is because, well, the 5 of Coins, some of you guys are being pushed out. Some of you guys have been abandoned by an individual. Somebody's pushed you out. Somebody won't let you love them. You know, this is why there's a blockage going on here. Okay? This is why there's real tension, because somebody in your life won't let you love them. And this is why you're worried. You're saying, well, I'm justified in worrying because I've discovered something here with the Six of Swords energy. So there's a discovery that you're making here, because in the present situation, well, I want to nurture this relationship. I really, really want to nurture this relationship. But, you know, what I'm experiencing around nurturing sex, for example, with the Five, with the Empress. Empress is also sex in a relationship. So maybe there's sex, something to do with your sexual life with this individual. Well, there's a clash here, because this person, every time I want sex, they push me out. They say they don't want it. You know, I'm being abandoned. So I do feel that some of you guys feel that you've really been abandoned by an individual in this relationship. And this person doesn't seem to want to show you love or to show you that they care and that type of thing. What's going on around your hopes and desires? Well, the situation is all about the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is about your fate. It's about your destiny. It's about positive changes for the better with the wheel. But what are you hoping around that Wheel of Fortune? Because it could be that the situation is about you guys are destined to be together. This is your twin flame. This is your soulmate with the Wheel of Fortune energy showing here. But what are you expecting around that wheel? What are you hoping, around the wheel? Well, you're hoping that this person's going to love you. You're hoping that this person's going to be receptive to you. This person's going to want to, because it's a King of Cups. You're hoping for the King of Cups energy. So if this person here, if you've got this Empress as the situation around your present situation, and the situation is all about nurturing and loving each other and caring about each other and having somebody, you know, give you massages at night and, you know, show that they love you, and having someone make love to you and sleep with you and all the rest of it. But there's clashes here, because this person seems to push you away. They seem to be pushing you out. You feel left out in the cold with that Five of Coins. Well, your hope would be, well, the situation is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, well, the situation is things can change for the better. And I'm hoping that if there's a change with this Wheel of Fortune, but you have to direct that Wheel of Fortune, I think. This can't be left to the universe, because the situation is all about change. Wheel of Fortune, and you're hoping, well, with this change, this Wheel of Fortune energy, I'm hoping that this person suddenly starts to show me more love. They start to show me emotional dedication. They start to show me that they are emotionally receptive and open to me as the King of Cups energy. And the reason for that is because with the Page of Wands, maybe this is to do with doing, it could be a child, but I think it's more to do with the Page of Wands energy. It's doing nice things together. Do you see what I mean? It's going out and enjoying life. When you've got the Page of Wands, you're going for meals, you're going for days out, you're going to the theatre, you're enjoying creative things. You're enjoying a show, for example, with the Page of Wands. So you're saying, well, the situation is the Wheel of Fortune. So maybe the Wheel of Fortune is you guys taking this person out to do something here. A really nice thing. So let's not call it change. I think the wheel is trying to tell us about something that is done off the cuff. You know, it's something that is exciting with this Wheel of Fortune. Maybe this is to do with not a casino or anything, but this is a change in your fortune. Let's call it a change in your fortune. So the situation is all about a change in your fortunes. And you're saying, well, I hope that around that change in my fortunes, the King of Cups, this person's going to be emotionally more receptive and open to me, because we're going to have some fun together, the Page of Wands energy. We're going to go exploring something new, doing something that we haven't done before with that Page of Wands energy. We're going to do something creative. We're going to do something that brings us together, because right now we're having problems. We're having problems with sex. This person's pushing me out, you know. And, you know, my worries are justified here, because I've made a real discovery. And what I've discovered is this person's pushing me out. They don't want to sleep with me every time I suggest sex. It creates a problem, or it creates friction, or there's blockages here in this person. This person doesn't want to nurture me. They keep pushing me out. So you know what? I'm hoping situation is the Wheel of Fortune, doing something really nice, maybe something really unexpected. And I'm hoping that this person will show their love again. They'll be much more emotionally inclined towards me, because with the Page of Wands energy, we could really just go and have some fun. Start developing the relationship again in a really fun way. Maybe the relationship's become quite stagnant for some of you guys here. What's going on around your expectations? Well, the Seven of Swords. Now, Seven of Swords, it is a card about deception. So the Seven of Swords could be whether if the situation is about this person's deceiving me. Seven of Swords is also about a lone wolf. So somebody who is trying to sabotage their relationship, somebody who's running away or avoiding giving something to someone else. They're taking as much as they can, but they're not taking everything with the relationship, or not giving everything. I think this, we'll read this as deception for the purposes of the relationship. So I think the situation is, your expectations, situation is about a deception. Now you're saying, well, if there's a deception, what I expect is, what's this? Why are you expecting around this deception, the Seven of Swords? You're expecting to wait. Your expectation will be with the Seven of Coins that this will... The Seven of Coins is a waiting period sometimes within a love, but you've got this Seven of Swords here. There's challenges when you get too many sevens in a reading. But the Seven of Swords is, well, expectations are, well, the situation is deception, Seven of Swords. Energy. Showing here. But I don't even think it's deception. To be honest with you, I don't. I think it's this person operates as a lone wolf. I think the situation is that this person who seems to be pushing you out operates as a lone wolf. Okay? They rarely look at, they're not looking at you as a combination with them. Okay, they operate as a lone wolf in the camp. They take as much as they can, but they're not willing to take everything. Okay, and your expectation is, well, if this person is this, then I expect that I'm going to have to wait. Seven of Coins. Wait for the results to happen with this individual. And the reason for that, because there is love here. Ace of Cups. There is still love. There is still love at the heart of everything. You know, so it might also, I don't think this is deception though, because you can't always read the Seven of Swords as deception within a love reading. It makes no sense to do it like that, and it isn't deception, because if it was deception, most of you guys would probably do the Seven of Swords, Seven of Coins in the reverse, giving up, not investing anything else, you know, but you're prepared to wait because there's still love here. So it might be the situation is that with the Seven of Swords, this person is very active on other places. Maybe they make plans in other places. But it's more to do with, I think, with the Seven of Swords energy, that this person carries as much as they can. If you look at the Seven of Swords guy, you've got to learn how to read tarot in a variety of ways. Look at the guy. He's got 7 swords, but he can't carry the other 2. He's got too much on. He's got too much in his hands. So he has to abandon the other 2. So it might be the situation is that this person carries too many things. You know, too many swords. There are too many things that this person's dealing with at the moment that he can't afford to carry anything else. He just hasn't got the room or the space. And it might be you say, well, I expect that I will wait. Because this person still loves me and I still love them. It's just that they don't have the time for me, you know, to do everything that I want them to do right now. Maybe that's why the sex is suffering, or maybe that's why the nurturing is suffering in the relationship here, Aries. Because this person just doesn't have the time. They might be, you know, caught up in a lot of other things. Okay. What's going on in the hidden factors? What can't you see coming in? Well, we've got the Nine of Cups, which is a really nice energy. And the Nine of Cups is about joy and happiness. So the situation is about joy and happiness. Now, what is it that you can't see coming in around that? The devil, sex, seduction. So there's something really... This is good, though. This is a very good reading. Don't always feel that you need to read the devil as a bad card. It's not. There's something real fun you guys are going to be doing with the devil energy. What's the reason for the devil? There you go, the Fool. New experiences. So I just feel that you guys are going to have a lot of fun with this individual. There's a new experience. The devil card is some form of hedonism. You know, this is something you haven't done before. You know, you've got the Nine of Cups being the situation. This is a party, for example. This is a relaxation time with the Nine of Cups, for example. This is having a lot of fun, for example, coming in with that Nine of Cups energy. And what you'll find around that Nine of Cups energy coming in, what you don't know coming in is the devil. This is a lot of fun. Okay, this is hedonism. This is throwing, you know, all caution to the wind with the devil energy. If you look at the devil here, this person's got the cage open. So this is almost like it's a metaphor for letting go of all your inhibitions. This is coming in, you don't know that you're going to be able to let go of all your inhibitions in this relationship, I think, with this devil energy. Because I think with the Fool energy, you're going to be experiencing something that you haven't experienced before. So I'm seeing a new experience happening with this person. It's a temporary thing. It's a fun thing. It's not kind of an everyday thing that you'll probably be doing. But I think for some of you guys, you're going to be doing something very different with this individual. The overall outcome, though, from this situation for you, Aries, is the Hierophant. The situation with the Hierophant with love readings can be about commitment. The situation can be about a commitment with this individual showing here. The situation with the Hierophant can be, but it's about marriage, it's about commitment, it's about the union, but it's also about lessons learned. So let's have a look at what the immediate future around that Hierophant is. Oh, it's nice. Justice. So this is about commitment, I think. And I think that what you'll experience is justice. You'll experience your rewards. You'll experience a reconnection, a readdressing of the balance of this relationship. What's the reason that you're experiencing your justice? Oh, look at that. Wow. Page of Cups. Because there is still interest here. I often read the Page of Cups as a card that shows interest, romantic interest. There's still romantic interest here from this individual. I think that this individual is coping with a lot, personally. Aries. I really do. Because, look, the Seven of Swords guy, he's half asleep. This is why I say, with tarot, be careful how you read tarot cards, because it's not all as it seems. Look at him. He's half asleep. He's got the Seven Swords there, and he's got the two behind him. You can read this in an amalgamation of ways. Self-sabotage, lone wolf in the camp, somebody who's avoiding, somebody who's lying, somebody who's deceiving. Just because it's Seven of Swords, it doesn't always mean deception. It never always means deception. Remember that with tarot. Don't always read those cards the same way. You know, when you start doing tarot, Aries, take a look at the cards. Take a look at your books, but then throw away your fucking books and use your intuition on the cards, okay? Don't always go with meanings. It's fatal, because it could mean something else. I think this person's carrying a lot and they can't carry any more. Hence, they couldn't take the two swords behind them. They've got as much as they can carry and they can't carry any more. And that's why you're expecting that you're going to have to wait, because there is still love at the heart of this relationship, okay? I feel that you are justified. Mentally and emotionally, you're saying that your worries are justified. But let's turn this around now. When we looked at this beginning, it looked like, well, it's justified because what have they discovered? Do you see how and what I mean? You can easily, within a tarot reading, think, mentally and emotionally. Because this is the kind of mental balance, Two of Cups. An emotional balance is the Two of Cups. You're in sync with yourself with the Two of Cups energy. So if you're worried here with the Nine of Swords, and mentally and emotionally, you say, yeah, I'm justified. Mentally, I'm not mad. Mentally, I'm completely in sync with my thoughts on this. So therefore, yeah, I'm in balance. I feel that I'm justified with the Two of Cups to be worried here. But what have you discovered? Because I discovered something. So if you say, well, mentally and emotionally, I feel balanced around this Nine of Swords energy, it's because I found something. I discovered. Six of Swords is the discovery card. So I discovered something here. What did you discover? Here. It's got to be in your expectations. You discovered that this person's carrying a lot of weight. They can't take anything else. They can't take any more. So what you've discovered is probably, I'm going to have to wait. I'm going to have to wait because there is love here. But right now, the situation is all about our cuddles and our kisses and our nurturing the relationship together. And, you know, really kind of toiling hard together and the sexual element of our relationship. And I know that right now around this, it causes problems. Five of Wands, probably arguments, because I feel like this person's always pushing me out. You know, but what I've discovered is that this person does work a lot. They've got a lot on their plate, and so I expect that I'm really going to have to just wait because there is love here. There is love here, and you know, I'm hoping that doing something kind of unexpected, and when you get the Wheel of Fortune as well, this is something that is what's the word I'm looking for with the Wheel of Fortune? There's a word, and I can't think of what that word is, Aries. But when you're doing the Wheel of Fortune, you're doing something unpredictable. That's it. So the situation is about doing something unpredictable, the Wheel of Fortune. And you are hoping around that unpredictable thing, well, this person will become more emotionally responsive to me because the Page of Wands, this is about me having fun, us having fun together. This is just about having fun. It's not about the sex anymore and getting angry with each other because they seem to roll over in bed and push me out with the Five of Coins. We just have some fun. And you're hoping that you can do that. And you're expecting, yeah, this person does have a lot on their plate, but I will wait. I'm expecting that there is going to be a need to wait here to see what the results of our relationship will be, because there is still love at the heart of this. And yes, the hidden factors, there's a lot of joy. Situation is the Nine of Cups, so there's going to be a lot of joy that you guys are going to be experiencing here, in which what you can't see coming in is the devil. This could be, for example, you know, an after, you know, a midnight show where you're looking at, I don't know, strippers or something like that together with the devil energy. You're just having this real kind of dark fun, if you like. It might be that you're doing something that is not considered to be, you know, socially acceptable, but under covers, you know, this is really good because you're experiencing something else. You know, it might be that not being too intimate. It might be that you're doing something in bed, bondage, whatever it is with this devil energy showing here, because it's a new experience, the Fool energy. You're doing something new. It might be sexual. Remember, the Nine of Cups is a sexual card as well. Remember, it relates to sex. So the situation could be about sex, having fun, Nine of Cups energy, in which what you don't know coming in is maybe the partner is tying you up or you're tying the partner up. It's a new experience, something you've not had before. That might be where this comes in potentially, you know. But you'll find that in the immediate future, this is all about the commitment the situation is. And you're going to find that you're feeling balanced in that commitment because you recognise with the Page of Cups that there is still emotional interest here. With the Page of Cups energy, there is real emotional interest still here and real emotional receptivity. The overall outcome shows us the Four of Coins. So the Four of Coins is an interesting card when it comes to a love reading, because the situation can either be about possessiveness, holding on, or somebody who seems defensive and non-committal. What is it, the overall outcome around that Four of Coins energy? But the Four of Coins is also about value and small value. We'll see. I always have a problem with that card. What is the overall outcome around that Four of Coins energy? The King of Swords. Aries, I think that you're dealing this. I think this person is the King of Swords. So I think that the situation is, again, this person goes into holding back mode with the Four of Coins. I think you're dealing with somebody who seems to put up a little bit of a wall here, a little bit of a block, because this is somebody who's blocked. And the overall outcome is this person. I think it shows this person as being the King of Swords. So I think the situation is that there are blockages that may arise again in the overall outcome. And I think around that, the overall outcome is somebody who seems to be a little bit emotionally distant again with that Five of Coins and that Five of Wands showing there. The reason for the King of Swords energy is because of the Tower. I think that this person has issues. I don't think it's anything to do with you, Aries. I think it's everything to do with them. You know, the reason that they've become emotionally distant, I think, again, with this King of Swords energy is because of the Tower. And the Tower could be maybe there's been a shake-up within their work. Maybe there's been a personal shake-up within their life. I get the impression that this is a good person that you're dealing with, Aries, but I think this person has issues that affect them, and therefore it affects your relationship. So if there's something to do with their work situation, it'll automatically affect your relationship going forward. I don't think that this person wants to be caught, because they're proving it here, I think, and here. And also, you're no fool, Aries. So why would you be prepared to wait for someone who you didn't trust? I don't see a lack of trust here. All I see is that there is a relationship that is proving itself at times to be very, very difficult. And I also feel that you've got somebody around you who you find very difficult to infiltrate. And I think at times, like coming up perhaps in October, November time, good sex, intense sexual energy between the both of you, where you're really connecting on a sexual and an emotional level together. But it seems to me that when this person's up against it in these areas here, the Seven of Swords and the Tower energy, that's when you start to be rejected by that person. That's when they can't kind of connect with you emotionally and sexually, and it causes frustration in the relationship because you feel that you're really being pushed out of this person's life. But you discovered that, and your worries are justified because you have discovered that at times this person does this when they just can't wind down, which is why from time to time some of you guys, Aries, will say, let me throw a surprise in here for this person, let me throw a surprise in there, just to kind of help them to wind down a bit. So I get the impression that this is a good relationship you have with someone. But I feel that what's happening in October is you're probably going through the same thing that you've been through several times before with this individual. I think that you've had so many times when you've gone through this with this individual, so many times. And I think that for some of you guys it is really, really disheartening. But I do actually feel that, you know, you've got to keep on going because this person has, it's not you. I know it sounds cliched, Aries, but it's not you, it's them. They've got issues that they can't help but push into the relationship, okay? So you've got to give them time, all right? You've got to give them time. They love you. They care about you. They find you very, very attractive. Of course they do. I get the impression this is the type of relationship you and this person would go through the streets singing together, drinking together and having a bag of chips, you know, after doing something really fun. You fight hard, you love hard. But this person's got to learn ways to relax and not to bring their work home with them, or not to bring personal issues into a relationship, because I think that this is what's affecting it. That this, not you, I think this person brings personal issues into this relationship, and it's all about finding ways to combat that in October. All right, that's your reading for love reading for October 2018. Aries, I hope I wasn't calling you Libra. Sorry if I called you Libra. It is for Aries. I'd like to say thanks ever so much, Aries, for joining me on Carol's Universe, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.